Hello friends, welcome to the series of lectures on digital marketing and e-commerce. I am Dr. Suchita Vishwakarma, Assistant Professor with Department of Management, School of Management Sciences, Lucknow. And today we would be talking about blog creation. We would also understand that how and what are the contents that should be there in blog creation, which include the headlines, links and posts. So before discussing any further, let us understand that what blog is all about. Now, nowadays you must have heard blog as a buzzword and has been repeatedly used by marketers and digital marketers, and all the companies are now focusing a lot on blog, and even individuals and companies are earning a lot from blogging activities. So, let us understand that what blog is actually. Blog can be considered as a short journal or short article kind of thing that is written by an individual, maybe written by an organization as well for their own business purposes, but it shares, the attempt of writing a blog is to share some information, share some experience, share some content which is of quality and value to others, and these things have to be uploaded on the websites. Websites could be the corporate websites, their own websites, or any other blogging website, so that people can go and access and have information, share your information and then get benefited. So, let us have a look on the definition of blog. Blog is a shortened journal where a person writes regularly of the areas that are of interest to them, and this has a may have photographs, links or other details. Now, why should I write a blog if I am into digital marketing, or if I am an organization? Why should I write a blog? That is something very important for all of you to understand. As an individual, I may be interested in writing, I may be interested in reading, and so I want to share my experiences. That is something that we all know and we understand. But as for the corporates, why it has become very important? Because in the previous lectures of mine, we have been discussing that to be relevant and to be on the top of the searches, the digital marketing people and the companies have to do a lot of activities, so that the customers get engaged, they have something new to read, they are able to relate with the product that the company wants to show, and these things. So, blocking gives a edge on all these factors. That means, whenever the company is writing regularly related to their own product, related to the company, related to any other kind of information, then some quality content is being added to your website regularly. As a result, something new is there to offer to the viewers or the visitors of the websites, and so the customers and the people who are into that community, who are actually looking forward for certain kind of products or services, they are in a regular habit of visiting to your particular website, which obviously increases the traffic, and then it also increases the time that they spend into your website, and obviously it would also increase the lead generation and the lead conversion. So, now probably you can understand that blogging is not just for the information sharing, it has a end term result which many of the companies are nowadays using for the profit generation. So, let us proceed further. Let us also have a look on few other descriptions related to blog. So, blog is a discussion or informational website published by www, that is World Wide Web, and consists of discrete and informal diary style of text entries. That means, it is not something which the company has written, or an individual has written, which may be very factual, or which may be very data related, or which may be absolutely on the correct terminologies. Blog may or may not be formal, it may be informal mode also. It could be something like sharing my experiences or sharing my my personal thought process. So, the companies can also do that. So, that is completely allowed. Then blogs can be also used to facilitate working groups together while they may few of the authors have argued that blogs encourage reflective learning. So, when we are actually reading and when we are interested towards a particular area or topic, and when we get to know about the other people's thought process and their thinking and their perspective, and so that actually helps us gain lot of experiences, get understand the other's perspective, get a better horizon. It may be related to product, it may not be related to product or service of the company. So, overall gives a opportunity for learning to all the individuals. Then the blogs are the way that blogs are typically organized is basically related to what the readers and viewers are actually wanting the bloggers or the companies to post. The arrangement of the blogs or the topic of the blog is something which is very much customer centric. That means, if I am thinking of writing a blog, I should take into consideration that what my readers would be expecting from me, or what is that they what value addition can I do in the information in the information sources or which are already available in the website. So, let us also have a look on why blogging is so much in, and as you can see these data which I have shared, it has been found out through various studies that 59% of B2B marketers considers blog as the most valuable channel, because B2B, that means business to business, is one channel where the companies are not using the promotional techniques in the typical manner for which they are using for the customers. Over there, information is more important than the designing and the promotional activities or the advertising activities. So, over there, if the company is targeting their the customers who are again a business who basically wants the products for their own business, then providing with good substantial information is more important, which is considered by most of the companies. Social media sites and blogs accounts around 23% of the time is spent online. So, it has been also found out that people who are spending a lot of time on the internet are actually spending 1/4 or maybe slightly less than 1/4, that is 23% of the time in reading blogs, in reading informations which they feel they are that is of interest. And on an average, companies with blogs produce approximately 67% more leads than the companies who are not writing or not adopting to this concept of blogging. So, what are the benefits of blogging for an organization? Let us understand it. So, blogging basically is one of the marketing strategies, very much of use, very much effective in the digital marketing era, and it provides a structure to the relevant content. That means, whatever content I had created when I had first launched my website needs to be updated. I need to keep it updated, and so blogging, it may not be possible to keep on updating the entire content again and again. And obviously, for a company, the basic certain pages which are there related to the product, related to the company, related to the vision, strategies, and the team and whatever, will obviously stay more or less same for a longer period of time. So, if the customers or the people or the visitors who are not getting something new, something more informational, and they know that this particular website has this much information only, then I may not be interested to visit that website again and again. So, in order to increase that tendency of visitors to visit again and again, a company must keep on adding relevant content, and that is through the blog writing process. Obviously, it adds new clients also, because there may be visitors who may be interested in a particular area, and if a company has written a blog, then obviously the traffic will get diverted to that area. Then the third is promote the formation of community around the websites and organizations. Obviously, yes, every organization has certain set of communities who are whom you can say as the fan, the customers, the existing customers, the followers, the stakeholders, and so. So, there is a complete community of people who are regularly in touch or in connect with a particular company's website. Now, if I want to increase that community, because only when I will increase the community, then only the word of mouth will spread, and then only the number of visitors will keep on increasing. And so, for increasing and forming that community, because obviously if all the people who are connected through a common area of interest, and they have something to share, something to say, and something to discuss and explore, and get benefited by the experiences, then obviously that will benefit each and every member of that community. Many of the companies are also using web blogging for building their reputations, where they keep on uploading information related to what's new in the company, what are the different practices that they are adopting, not only in terms of products and services, but otherwise also what are the HR practices that they are adopting, or what are the how they are doing, I mean corporate social responsibilities or so. So, all these information, even if I am a customer and I am not interested for a particular product of a particular company right now, but even then if I get to know about certain informations related to certain positive informations related to the company, then obviously that gives me lot of, I mean that the credibility and the trust factor for that particular company would increase. Then coming to help you advertise, obviously when the blogging will increase, when the blogging and the regular activity, such blogging activity will increase, the number of visitors will increase, and then obviously the word of mouth will spread up. Helps convert traffic into leads, because people who are reading these blogs are the visitors whom we can actually say as a traffic also, and if they get good information, then they may also get committed to the organization. They may also subscribe the blogs, they may subscribe the products also, and the services also. So, it helps convert traffic into leads. Then build up long term relationship. Obviously, blogging helps the companies to attract the customers not only once, but get into a regular habit of visiting customers and reading about the information of the information related to the company, and increases SEO and SERP, which is very important for the digital marketing context. So, basically SEO is search engine optimization and SERP is search engine result pages. So, as the person keeps on adding new content in the forms of blogs, the searchability for that particular for that particular blog or website would increase, and there are chances that if you are sharing a good quality content and you have quality content in the blog, then obviously there are chances for more people to keep on visiting you, and will ultimately result in the higher indexing and higher ranking of the page. And so, there are chances that the company's website, or maybe the blogging website on which the individual has written, would come under the first 10 searches of the related to that particular keyword. So, obviously, we will understand more about it slightly later. So, let us proceed further. Now, why blogging is important? According to HubSpot, businesses with a consistent blogging habit gets up to somewhere around 97% more inbound links. Now, what is inbound link? This we are going to understand, but over here you can understand that whenever a person is writing a blog and the quality is good, the content is very informational, very good, and of relevance to many people, then there are companies who are attaching that particular blog to their websites. For example, if I am a blogger and if my area of interest is traveling, so I can keep on writing articles, blogs related to my travel experiences, related to what I think, related to the new policies related to traveling, or such things. Now, if there would be any travel company who, like say Mahindra Travels or Make My Trip or any other organization who is basically into the tourism industry, then they may feel that adding my content would increase, adding my blog into their website as a hyperlink would help the people understand the tourism more, and will help them generate profits as well. So, this is basically the concept of linking the blogs with the websites. Then there are many free and inexpensive blog websites also, like WordPress, Blogger, Typepad, where any individual or any company can initially start with, and then they can have other websites also. And even nowadays, educators and the people across all the sectors have started using this blogging for sharing knowledge and for encouraging the students to have a more of dialogue and discussion and discourse, and it is also helping the people to increase their portfolios, increase their understanding related to their uh, subject area. So, now let us over here understand that if I want to start a blogging, if I want to write a blog, then where should I start with, because every individual may or may not have have their individual or or a website. So, there are there are range of blogging websites, few are free, few are paid, which can be looked upon depending upon the kind of community that is attached to those, or what are the kind of topics that have been already written on these websites. So, one can always go into these websites depending on your capacity, whether free or paid, and accordingly start writing. Now, since we have already talked about why blogging is so important, so now it is very important and relevant over here to understand that how shall a individual start with, or the first timer starts with writing a blog. Can I start from writing anything, or what is that which will actually help me increase my searchability, or what is that which will basically attract the new and the new customers and the I mean existing community also. So, that is something very important to understand. So, over here you can see the five points which have been illustrated. So, we will go and talk about all of them one by one. So, starting with crafting a great headline that readers can't resist. Now, whenever we are actually thinking of starting a blog, there are two ways that can be adopted. One, first I write my experiences, and then I put a heading or name that a particular blog into, or define that particular blog into a topic. And the other way out is finding out a topic and then writing on it. Now, what is the difference? Obviously, there is nothing which is completely correct or completely wrong. One can choose anything depending on your own choice, but then if I have decided the head topic first and then I am writing, so there are chances that I would obviously know that what is the area where I have to define my boundaries, what are the things that I have to get, the framework will be clearly very well defined, and whenever I am choosing a particular headline, so obviously I would have thought, the background thinking would have been very clear, that what is the target audience that I am looking forward for, whom do I want this particular blog to reach, and whom shall I want to benefit, to get benefited from. So, if I choose like a head topic, then it basically helps me stay connected and stay relevant to the audience, and stay relevant in terms of the frame and the boundaries of what I want to write. Otherwise, obviously there are chances, if I have not decided on the topic, then there are chances that I keep on writing a long blog, or maybe that I may get diverted from the topic which I actually wanted to discuss, because blogging is something as we had discussed earlier, is a short journal. It is usually not long. It may, however, I mean be a very short one, or may even be 100 to 200 or 300 words. So, within the 300 and 400, maximum 300 words or 400 words, you have to write something very interesting, something very relevant. So, that is very important. So, the advice is obviously to start with understanding the headlines and then proceeding further. Now, the second is coming up with the plan, coming up with the idea. Now, if I have to pick up a topic, that topic could be area of my interest, area of others' interest, something which is very relevant in the current scenario, something related to some events that have happened in past, or a generalistic experience sharing. So, coming up with idea that what to write is important, because whatever I want to write in my blog should be relevant, should be of interest to the audience also. And coming up with idea, it could be from everyday life, from my subject as I said, or from anything which has touched me, which is maybe a concern or a problem faced by masses, or some new innovations, or so there are a huge range of things from where a person can get ideated. Then, as I said, the ideas can be got from the experiences, changing point of view of change in point of view, what is my perception, what can be others perception, something related to research topic, something which usually is of great interest to lot many people, subject or product related, and getting what has been the experiences or feelings within the masses, and obviously all of them should be in the very much audience centric. So, everything that I am writing or thinking to write should be audience centric, should be very relevant to the audience. This is something very important. Now, when I have found out the idea, when I have got the source from where I can actually have an idea of what I want to write, then these may lead to various kinds of blogs that I may write. I may opt for any kind of blog. It could be a discussion based blog, or it could be a personal antidote or opinion or an essay or a summary, or maybe review of whatever some things have happened or some advices that I want to give. So, blogging could be from the range of many types of blogs that are of interest to people. Then the third, which is a step which is very important, writing the content. So, basically readers are fickle. You might there is a need to fight with the share of knowledge, and you may want your blog to be read most, and for that it is very important that whatever you are writing is of great relevance, is of great interest, and is done in a very systematic and organized manner, so that the bouncing rate goes down, so that the people who are coming to your blog gets interested within seconds. Because in earlier lectures I had shared with you all that the visitors usually switch to another websites within 2 seconds, 2 or 3 seconds. It has been found out through various researches. So, your blog should be of interest, of such a great interest, that within 2 seconds the visitor decides that yes, he wants to go through the complete blog before switching to another website. So, for that purpose there are certain do's which one should practice, and it should be empathetic. The blog should be empathetic. It should not be I centric, it should be you centric, and you is obviously the audience. You should understand the perspective, the emotions, the feelings of the audience with whom you must relate to them. Then it should obviously trigger emotions. The blog should be such that it basically helps the people connect to it emotionally, logically, or otherwise. Then accelerate their experiences. If I am reading a blog and I am not getting touched with it, or any of my experiences is not enhanced, that means maybe my thinking process gets elaborate or extended, or something new I found it which I have not read before or known before, or something very sentimental, or something very something which basically exaggerates me and helps me to take certain actions or start doing. Till that time people will not come to your website regularly. So, it should be something which accelerates the experiences. Experience could be the daily experiences, or the emotional, the psychological, or the cognitive experiences. Then it should open with a short sentence or question. Usually we human beings have a tendency to find out solutions to problem. So, whenever a blog is written in a manner that it asks questions, then probably, and if that particular question triggers or gets related to me, then obviously there are chances that we are get interested to find out the answer to it. And blogging is a perfect example or perfect way which provides you a platform for giving small solutions to the daily lives of the problem, to the daily problems of the people. So, it should be short sentence, obviously, because masses are going to read. So, maybe use of jargons, use of technical words should absolutely be avoided. People should be very much relevant and very simple. Then it should obviously add curiosity, because only if whatever has been written in a blog is something which is already known to people, then obviously people will not keep write. And writing a blog is not a one day activity. You cannot actually think that today I will start writing and then probably I will become a expert blogger. a person who is writing a blog should try to refine their blog, keep on writing, rewriting and get it, maybe you can always share it with your friends, family, so that they can read, then they can tell you what is their feedback, what is that they understand, what is of interest to them or not. So a blogger should always keep on rewriting and trying to improve the context, the content of the context. Then unique, bold and eye opening information should be there. Links are very important. As I shared with you that if my blog has sufficient numbers of link, or I am adding my blog is getting added to a particular website, then that basically helps the audience to understand the credibility and understand the genuineness of the blog, and people will obviously tend to read it more. Then citing good references to external websites. Obviously, for example, if I am writing a blog on travel experiences, then probably I can link various external websites. I may be an individual and I may still may link my blog with the various kinds of informations that may be present on the government tourism department, related to government tourism department, or related to any private organization also, which will basically enhance the total knowledge that is which is an attempt to be shared. Then editing the blog is very important. As I said that the blogger should not hesitate any time to keep on refining their blog every time. So readers obviously want a very refined, very clear, very illustrative, short yet very informational kind of informational kind of blog. So editing does not means only the editing of the English or the grammatical part, but also refining to many times in order to improve the quality of the blog. Then probably as I said that it has been said by Ernest Hemingway that I write one page of masterpiece to 91 pages of shit. That means even a person, an individual like Ernest Hemingway finalizes his article only after repeated rewriting process. So this is something which all of us, all the bloggers must start practicing. Then choosing a virtual appearance, because photographs, videos, visuals are something with which people get emotionally connected, which helps you to relate. So adding visual appeals to blog is very good idea and very relevant idea, because a person may get attracted to read your blog just after looking or at the picture that that you have included in your blog. So once you are done with the writing part, you should try to add a very relevant, very connecting kind of picture or video, whatever, so in the blog. Then polishing your post. It has always been said that unless and until you polish anything, it does not convert into diamond. So glass is also polished to great levels to convert into diamond. So the same way, polishing it, that means trying to understand that what are the things that should not be included in the blog, what are the what is the ideal length of a blog, and what are the keywords which are very powerful, which may be very negative. So avoiding such kind of things are very important. So polishing your post is very important. Besides that, one should also look forward of keeping the post very public, so that once I am done with the writing part of the blog, I should try to post on the websites, on the blogging websites. Then I should also share that particular blog with the public, and that can be done through various social media platforms. And then trying to add the links, the external links or of the other organizations will also help lot of visitors to get attracted to reading the particular blog. So engaging with your visitors is again very important. Last but not the least, creating a blog calendar is important. As we had started when we had started discussing about blog, then only we had said that I had said that blogging is a regular, should be a regular practice. So, any company or individual if is interested in increasing the searchability of the blog, this can only be done by regularly writing on areas of interest. So, one should create a blog calendar so that he or she does not forget, and if it is this practice has to be adopted by an organization also, then they should make it a practice that they keep on posting good relevant quality blogs at regular intervals. Here are few of the very famous Indian bloggers which obviously makes lot of sense and are earning good money from blogging activities, which you can obviously go through also. For detailed understanding, you may also go to these following references. So, with this I end up my lecture today over here. I hope this particular lecture would be of interest to you. Thank you.